back to y'all with another video, and I got my special guest here, and it's gonna be, and y'all know this is another part of my segment, what I call Sharp Corner. So I'm bringing on T, my daughter, a woman of God, and girl, y'all, she can blow. She can blow. She might be glad I won't call her out and make her sing, you know. I might, you know what, I might do that at the end. But yeah, I might do that at the end. But anyway, we on here, the topic of the day is gonna be being being single and a Christian. And that's hard for like young women and men that are trying to live the right way. And it's peer pressure out here. It's peer pressure out here to stay celibate, stay, not do what, so till God bring you your mate. So I'm gonna ask her a few questions like I did last time, y'all. And then we just, just get loose, T. Let's get loose. And okay, let's see. The first question is, let's see. What has been the most disappointing thing by being single and being a Christian? What is the most disappointing thing? Tell the people.
People. To me, the most disappointing thing has been when you meet somebody and you feel like, okay, I got a chance to go with this one. Let's see what's gonna happen, and then you let them know, okay, I'm saving myself for marriage, and they just like your husband, just gone. So I think, because we're trying to live a life and set a standard, then, it makes us feel, I won't say defeated, but it's kind of like, to me, sometimes I felt like, well, there's nobody out here who's going to want to wait for me.
Exactly. But you know what it may be a needle in a haystack, but my God, it's somebody out there. It's somebody out there.
Come on.
It's somebody out there, but we just have to wait.
Yeah.
And, I'm going to be truthful. I didn't wait and went through so many trials and tribulations, and for you to be that woman, you don't have any, you don't have kids, right?
No.
Okay. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. You ain't got to worry about, I know you do. But it's a blessing that you don't have any, and then whenever you do get with the one that you have, and sometimes you might get a man that have kids, And for me, knowing you a lover of kids. Yeah, you're a big kid yourself. So, yeah, so you'll be a great mom. You'll be a great mom. Yeah.
I hope to.
Well, yeah, that's the most disappointing about just telling them that you're saving yourself. And it's, a lot of men just don't want to wait.
Right.
But the great thing is, at least they let you know right off bat.
Right.
Most of them.
Some of them be playing.
Yeah, they'll take, some men good, they'll take it all the way to the T. Yeah, I'm gonna wait, which and then they'll try. Yeah.
And I haven't always been, saving myself.
Well, I mean, yeah.
But over the past couple of years, that's what my goal has been. Just
wow, that's good though. That's good. I know it's hard. Woo, I know it's hard, but I know there have to be some cold showers.
Right. Yes, sir.
Oh, Lord. Okay, another question I have. Who has it worse? Like what I'm saying is like the single women or the single men? Which one you think, has it worse than anything?
I think that's a tough question, because I think physically, the men probably have it worse, single men, because, I think it's just in their nature to want to be with a woman.
Right.
Whether they're emotionally attached to them or not.
Right.
But for women, I think, I'm not going to say it's easier for us, but we crave more so the emotional as opposed to the physical attraction.
Right.
So,
we can kind of like go without,
right,
where the men are naturally that way,
right?
Yeah. So I see what you're saying. It is one. I think it can go. It's according to the person's sex drive.
That too.
It's according to the person.
Some women,
they be like,
look, I ain't waiting all around Johnny, Tommy, and all them. I need mine right now.
It's some on my dad. It's some on my dad. That's okay. It can go either or.
Right.
But you kind of can weigh it up. But kind of like it can go to the men mostly because they're their sexual nature. So that okay. Okay. Do society put pressure on the single getting married? What you think? What society?
I don't feel as pressured to get married as pressured as I feel to have a child.
Oh,
Based
really?
on things that I've heard, I don't really hear people like, well, my friends call me TT or TT. TT, when you gonna get married? I don't really hear that as much as when you gonna have a baby.
Oh,
so
wow.
I don't feel that they put as much pressure on the marriage standpoint. I probably put more pressure on the marriage standpoint because I know I want that first before the child.
And then as women, we think about, we getting older, and it is a cutoff to, to have kids. But these days and time, the way these women, older women having these babies now. So, I mean, it may be a danger point.
Power to the women.
Because, that's what we be thinking about mostly, that it is like a cutoff to have,
I can agree with that because that's what I think. I've always been the one to say I want to have kids by the time I reach this age.
Right.
And then when I
we have a plan.
I don't have no kids, I'm like, all right, God, what's going on?
Like, what is
Have you forsaken?
God, like, no.
So, yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, dude. Well, I'm going to say this one for the last. Let me save that one for the last. Okay. How active should you be in a process of finding a spouse? Or should you leave it all up to God? Because that's a question that people have, like, should I make an initiative to, because sometimes we do too much. Right. And then we end up making mistakes where we should just let it flow and let God find it, even though we feel like, oh God, you take too long. Right. So what do you think in that standpoint? I'm going to read the question again. How active should you be in the process of finding a spouse, or should you leave it all up to God?
I feel like just knowing me, and what I've learned from my walk with God, being just resting in God. Of course you trust Him, right? But you also have to, it's like having faith. Right. You can have all the faith that you want, but if you don't put no action to it, it's just faith and no work
to have to work with that faith.
Right. Yeah. So that's just like, well, God, I'm waiting on you to send me a man. And I'm sitting at the house in my blanket, bundled all up, watching movies, eating ice cream. You can't see a man if you don't get up and get out.
Exactly. So you mean being social. You gotta be social. Not saying you going, we're going to this party, girl, I'm finding me a man. That should be the first thing on your mind. Exactly. You going to have a good time with your friends, and if it does happen, it happens.
Exactly. Because God knows what we need, and He'll position us right where we need to be to get what He's wanted us to have. I know you here as a guest, and I'm just talking about my testimony as with my walk. When I realized and I said, well, God, I'm done. I said, I cleared my house out. I said, God, it's just me and you and my children. I said, I start focusing. Because see, when you start focusing on what you need to focus on, like school, or focus on your job, or focus bettering yourself, and all that stuff, your mind won't be on, you ain't got nobody, or you focus on sex, or whatever. You focus on what is necessary. Right. So once I did that, my daughter's ex-husband, which he tried to make it for his good, and it ended up being my good, Romans 8:20. Hey, you better talk that word.
So he tried to make it so he can, do what he want to do, because that was his sergeant at the time. My husband was the sergeant at the time, right? So make a long story short, me and my, not my husband at the time, we ended up meeting and all this stuff, and I kept telling the Lord, I'm like, man, he ain't my time. He's short. he dark skinned. I like light. My mom was like, you better stay on the left. You better stay on something. You decided, and she went in on me. I'm trying to make it for me. I'm trying to orchestrate what God, I want, not what God has for me. So this particular day, I was standing at work, and I was like, God, look now. I don't know what to do. And God said, well, I'm not giving you what you want. He said, I'm giving you what you need. And a man to treat you like a queen, a man to treat you like he put your needs before his, and y'all work together. It's just so much. And not saying that our marriage didn't have any trials, but we get over that. We talk about things as communication. So that's why I want to share my little testimony and just encourage you that, the way it's net. And a lady, friend of mine was talking about it today. She called me and encouraged me. Everything that we go through is necessary. So right now it's necessary that you don't have anyone, not saying you're not going to get anybody.
And it's funny that you said that, because I was listening to this pastor, I think it's R.C. Blakes Jr., and he was talking about, it was a video that he did on YouTube, and he was talking about, when God creates us, he don't create us just for us to just get married, but he creates us for purpose to glorify him. So if we, while we're waiting on marriage, be doing purpose. Operating your gifts.
Yes.
And don't just sit, oh God, I want me a husband, and God, I want me a man. But what are you doing?
Exactly. Because you don't ever know. A lot of people that meet their husbands and wives always be somewhere where they doing their purpose.
Right.
So, that's just, So, so you got to get out there like we just did. We got to get out there and not say we got to put our whole body and soul in it. Just get out there and just socialize and be around people. That's just what we're saying. Okay. Do you have questions like this? If there's something, do you feel like sometimes you be like, God, is something wrong with me?
Sometimes.
Am I not married because of my past mistakes? Do you ask God that?
I don't think about the past mistakes as much, because I know, God's grace and mercy. But I think is there something wrong with me, because when me and Queen go out, the men just be flocking to her, asking for her number, and when it comes to me, they be like, oh, is that your mama? Wait a minute now, because I don't look that old. And I tell her all the time, I'm like, look, I got to do something different with my hair. I got to lose some weight. Because everybody's thinking I'm your mama. I need to look like your sister or something. So sometimes I do, but then I know that over time I've learned to have like a self-respect and value for myself, and that I've had to, put that standard up. And if you don't approach me the right way, like I don't want somebody coming up to me, hey, yo, mom, or hey, how you doing? May I have your name? Talk to me like a grown man.
Or even if you come up to me and say, oh my God, you was beautiful. And I get that. I had got that a lot. I was at the stoplight one time. This guy drove up beside me and said, he blew the horn. And in that particular day, I was feeling down. And he bumped the horn. He said, I saw you when you came out of the store. And he said, you are a beautiful woman. Yes. I said, thank you. And I felt good. I was like, I know that, right? So you got to carry yourself with standards and carry yourself with, confidence. And, guys know.
Right.
And they know when you got low self-esteem, because they flock to it. And they that's why a lot of these girls end up pregnant by a guy that didn't never want them, or just a lot of stuff.
Use it to their advantage.
Exactly. Yes. And do you get angry with God because He haven't given you a spouse?
I don't feel that I do, and to be honest, I feel like I be getting a little bit too comfortable being single, because this is like the happiest that I have been.
Okay.
Like, even in my past relationships and past situationships, it's taught me, God's love for me, and also Him teaching me how to love me. Because if you're not happy with yourself, you getting with somebody else is not going to make you happier, because you're always dependent on somebody else
to make you happy.
To fulfill you. So I feel like I'm happy by myself. So then when my husband comes, it'll just be us.
And guess what? He
together.
won't have so much work to do.
And I ain't trying to make it work hard.
Exactly.
I ain't trying to make it work hard. I ain't trying to make it work hard.
No, well, just like you just said, because this question coming up, it says, are you content being single? You answered it. You right now, you content.
Because what I had to learn is me going to the movies by myself doesn't make me lonely. Every week,
I'm married, and sometimes I can do things on my own. Yeah.
And every week I set aside a day, which is usually Fridays, because I get off work early. I'll go, whether I get my hair cut, go
pamper yourself,
ice cream or something, and I do things by myself because it's like, whether I have a man or not, I'm still gonna treat me good. And you have to have that self-love.
I wasn't like that one time because I used to have. I was so used to having my daughters everywhere with me or somebody going with me or whatever. And whenever they got to their place where they went on by their business with their friends or whatever, I felt some type of way. I'm like, dang, I ain't got nobody, hang out with. So and my sister, she'll get up and just go. She'll go. I said, I don't know how you do that. But now I done came to the point, I go anywhere. I go to the store, then where you at? Girl, I'm in the store. So yeah, you have to learn to just be content with yourself, and then once you be content with yourself, and when God sees that, man, you don't never know where your man at. I used to tell Quita, my daughter, I tell her, I say, Quita, you gonna put your finger in so much of your relationship, your man in China now. Now you gotta work. You gotta wait till he comes from China. China's far.
And I haven't always been that way either because I just like being around people.
Yeah.
But when I felt like, I was kind of like when everybody would leave,
right.
I was like, hold on, I don't got nobody to do this and that.
Right.
I had to.
And it's hard around Valentine's Day, right? Yeah. Well, girl, buy your own self something. Get your necklace there and lay in the bed and be sex for yourself.
I know that. Lip gloss on, face beat up. This is what you gonna be coming home to later on.
Exactly. So this one is, we got 2 more questions and we about done. Okay. So how does it feel that all or almost all of your friends are getting married around you?
To me, I'm happy because I know that, if it's happening for others around me, then it's like, you on my street.
And sometimes you meet people at your weddings, you shoot. Shoot. You might meet your husband at a wedding.
And I also feel like it gives me the opportunity to associate myself with other married people because it's something that I want to have, so I need to associate myself with people who can give me wisdom on the path.
And they always say, hey, always have your surroundings of things that you want to be or have in your life. You don't want to be negative, so you don't want to be around negative people. Keep yourself around positive people. You want a business, hang around some people with business and pick their brains and learn the ideas. So that's the same thing with marriage. Healthy marriages.
Right.
It's a difference.
That's true.
Healthy. Exactly. So they can help you, with the situation of like, okay, this is what you're not to do, what you not. And I always tell people when you want to get married, when you first off get married, keep that communication open. I always told my husband when I got married that my closet I use the closet as an analogy. I said my closet is never going to be full. I said, every situation that we're going to talk about, even if we have to walk away and come back, we're going to talk about it, and it's not going to be full. Because once you get the closet, you have one situation, and then once that closet gets so full, you can't find out what was the problem. So keep the closet empty, people. People, keep it empty. You heard what she said. Keep it empty so you can keep that communication open and talk about things. So, now the last question is, do you have any advice for the single women and the Christian women that are and trying to become Christian and be celibate? What can you tell them?
I would say, of course, first things first, I haven't done everything right or by the book.
That's fair, yeah.
So, I think first I would say, you know, if you feel that you fall short, you mess up, just get back up and keep trying with a, you know, clear mind to keep, you know, attaining higher. With the celibacy thing, like I said, you know, I didn't start out that way, but as time came on and I realized, like, I'm dating these men, they getting what they want, and I'm still left by myself.
Exactly.
I don't have no ring.
Exactly.
You know, we not walking down no aisle. So I just came to a place where I felt that I needed to do something different to gain a different result.
Right.
So, and that's what led me here. And in the process of that, you know, I just began to, of course, walk out my purpose and focus on things and not be so fixated on, God, I want a husband, or God, I want kids.
Right.
Because God knows what we need, and if we don't have it yet, then it may not be our time yet. Because he's perfect.
Because he already know that you're going to mess it up.
Right.
If you're not ready. Not ready. And I feel like relationships should be treated like an application. Application. So, but yeah, can you just give us a little renditions, a little something small, something real quick? Cause she can sing, y'all. She can blow. When she get married, she can sing her husband down the aisle.
I don't know what to sing.
Just what comes to your heart?
Everything. Oh no! Hey, put me on the spot.
What was that song? There you go.
Tragedies are commonplace. All kinds of diseases. People are slipping away, and the economy's down. People don't get enough pay. But as for me, all I can say is thank you, Lord, for all you've done for me. Yeah, yeah.
Woo! That was awesome. That was awesome. T, I want to thank you for coming on Sharp's Corner today and answering the questions and stuff. We had a great time today.
Yes.
I really enjoyed that. And y'all stay tuned, because this is going to be more of her, and it's going to be more of Sharp Corner, and I have a lot of stuff coming, y'all. A lot of stuff. Eventually, I want to get Sharp Corner to its height that I can put it on another channel. So y'all just keep me in your prayers and keep me, you know, just support me and everything. But guess what, y'all? I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.